Hello everyone, enjoying Cuphead? This game is one of those that you don't see very often, but after many delays and pretty big graphical changes, we finally have it in our digital hands. This game screams love and dedication, and like Mighty Number 9, get the fuck out of here, I never want to see you around! Where was I? Oh yeah, unlike this piece of shit. We got updates showing us the game progress, and finally, here we have it. The game itself suffered a lot of changes before launch. First, all the cutscenes changed from black and white, being like a silent movie, to color and more like storybook for kids. The story as well was changed. For what I remember, Cuphead and Mugman were adults, if you know what I mean, and got into trouble with the devil, becoming his debt collectors. That stayed. But the liquid Cuphead used was XXX alcohol, while in the final game they just got their powers by some weird magic. The devil's overall design was changed in the end, making him more furry. Some backgrounds were changed along with some designs. For example, the flower was supposed to be in the other side of the level. You had a time limit and your health would look different. The game was supposed to be a platforming run and gun game, but due to time constraints, the boss battles were done as individual levels and the platforming levels were included along, but just a few ones. It's a shame actually. Now back to the game. Is it as beautiful as many say so? Well, absolutely. Hand-drawn games are not so rare. Doctors Remastered did it a long time ago, but they only did the characters and the stages were 2.5D. Shantae Half Genie Hero falls into this category. There's Vanillaware with their complete library like Odin's Sphere and Dragon's Crown. The ever-lovable Skullgirls, Bastion, Wonder Boy and the Dragon's Trap, Rayman Origins and Legends, heck, even Nintendo made one with Wario Land Shaken for the Wii. The list goes on. But Cuphead has something that no other does. Their graphic orientation. This game takes its inspiration from cartoons from the 1930s. If you never knew about Cuphead and you saw gameplay about this, you will confuse it for a Disney cartoon. Not only that, but they went even further. The stages and backgrounds are all hand-drawn. Everything is animated in that nostalgic cartoony look, and even the screen has that old static-like recording style. The music is also something to respect. Not only does it start like you're in a vinyl disc. In those old machines, it was done completely by a real live orchestra. My favorite being Funfair Fever, but that's cause it resembles Super Mario World's athletic theme, but all the music in this game is awesome. Again, that shows how much love and dedication was given to this game. Time constraints didn't allow it for the game to have everything they developed, but for what we got, it is a freaking masterpiece. Now, is it as hard as many people make it look? Most of the time. Some people I've seen have the memory lapse or a chicken or are just trolling, because how do you forget how to air dash just a few minutes after the tutorial? But again, is it hard? Let me get this big. Oh yeah, this game will kick you in the balls with an iron boot, wall cover you with really pointy high heels, and then smash your head with a nail-filled bat just to make sure. Not only are the bosses awfully merciless, throwing everything they have at you, all at the same time, is hard, especially if you're bad with run and gun games or platforming games. But you know what? Is that kind of good hard. You know, the satisfaction you get after finishing off a boss you've spent so much time or platforming level in record time? It's awesome. Another aspect of the game that makes it more frustratingly hard is the lack of checkpoints. Thank God the platforming levels are incredibly short, or everyone would be freaking insane by now. But yeah, one checkpoint wouldn't hurt guys, because repeating the same section you got so much time into, and just by some reckless moment you have to go back to it. Fuck. Also, there's no health regeneration items, so you better try to be not so reckless, because you better want to be it more than one hit left for the upcoming battles. This game has been called the 2D Dark Souls for a reason, and I freaking agree, you will die a lot. Not only that, the game itself makes fun of you for dying. In the second area, there's a magic fountain that tells you how many times you failed, in rhymes. Now that's funny. The story goes like this. Cuphead and Mugman are playing beside their sleeping grandpa Kettle, but they wander further than needed and end up in the Devil Casino. Yeah, as if it weren't looking dangerous enough. Anyway, they get greedy and after a lucky rush, they end up betting against the devil himself and of course lose. And even more obvious, the devil gets their souls. So of course they don't want none of that shit and become the devil debt collectors for some runaways. And now it's up to the player to go around and face a lot, and I mean a lot of them, with a few platforming levels here and there, and flying levels as well. Now for the main course of the game, the bosses themselves. Designed to look like classic character archetypes from old school cartoons, and if you find the references, man, you are old. But you did well in finding them, congratulations. For instance, the pirate and his boat look like Pluto from Popeye, more specifically from Sinbad the Sailor Short. The mermaid is like a Betty Boop parody, along with that awkward super realistic dancing. Well, not like this one. God, that's awkward. And let's not beat around the bush. That's freaking Woody Woodpecker. But the references are not only in the bosses, but in the stages themselves. The Genesis stage looks like those cartoons that used pre-recorded scenes from a scale model in a studio that made it look like a 3D scenario. Heck, this effect was used in live-action films back in the day. The few platforming levels that are in the game have a different type of challenge. The majority of enemies respawn infinitely, like those sunflower bastards in the first island, or those insects in the tree level. For some reason, it remembers me of Contra. It makes you more tense, since there's no safe grounds, aside from the really few ones. These levels bombard you with everything they got, both on ground and in the air. Everything is after your sorry ass and won't stop until you finish the level, so keep moving. One big example of this is the circus level, where the main gimmick is touching these pink cards to change from being in the floor and in the ceiling. Yeah, an anti-gravity level. Ugh. No matter where you are, all are coming for you. Either an invincible squadron of cars or a destructible giant toy dog. But you won't know until it's too late to react. Not only that, but these levels in particular is pretty long, and that with the lack of checkpoints, well, you got my point. Along the line, the game also throws flying levels, where Cuphead drives a little plane. This end up resembles games like Gradius, with bullet hell aspects. No matter what you're looking, there's always something coming at you from a point you're not looking, and that will hit you no matter what. In the first one, you can only shoot in front of you, but later on, you can shoot bombs that go front down, so you can take care of enemies coming down to you. It becomes easier, but you can't not use it at the same time, so keep that in mind. Finally, I would have loved the bosses had a health bar to know if I'm doing anything significant, cause there's nothing more frustrating than dying and see that you didn't do shit, or you were almost there. Cuphead is extremely versatile. He is capable of shooting in all 8 directions with the help of another button, so you can lock in any of these directions without need to walk. He can dash, air dash. Another fundamental part of the game is parrying. Whenever you see a pink colored object, you have to press the jump button again to eliminate this. Not only helps in taking away some annoyances for the moment, but it also fills the super meter. As long as you keep shooting down enemies, you'll be feeling these card item icons, and once it's facing you, you can use it for a super attack. Keep in mind that the super attack changes depending on the type of shoot you're using. And talking about type of shooting, scattered in all the platforming levels are golden coins. You can use them in the shop to purchase different types of shooting types like homing shots, but they have the weakest power. And also the always super sexy spread shot. It's one of the strongest but has the shortest range. The most useful of the upgrades is the smoke bomb that makes you invincible when you dash. Health increases that in exchange to reduce your firepower, it helps you to fight a little bit more time. Automatic parry, the like. In the world map are mausoleums. In them you have to protect the urn in the center from pink ghosts. Now you see where this is going. If you forgot how to parry, you better get to practice once again. After finishing, you get superpowers. Differently from the normal superpower, once you have all 5 card icons spinning, you can use them to, well, either a super powerful wave attack or even temporary invincibility. Even more, the game is merciless. So how do you succeed in a game that, well, it's all against you? Simple, get good. Some people say the game sucks and that they can't play it till the end cause it's too hard. Keep practicing and become better. This game is not only a game, it's a new experience. The delays were not excuse just to keep the game in the radar. We were shown progress and by God we were given a masterpiece. What I don't understand is why they decided to make it an Xbox One exclusive. I mean, being exclusive gives it more fame, but if you were in more platforms, the budget could have been bigger. But anyway, be sure to give the appreciation to creators and purchase the game. Experience it for yourself. There's no better explanation for that. 2D games are not dead. They are always being loved by everyone. So before you go buy your next Call of Duty or everything like that, be sure to give a little bit of appreciation for those games that started everything. Well guys, I hope you liked my review about Cuphead. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'm the Gaming Pal Wolfine. Have a fantastic day and take care.